Praying to the saints is like not a good deal. Saying that they're, that some of the things they believe, I'm going, you've got to be kidding me. So on one side, I've got a prophetic Catholic. On the other side, I've got this ultra-Baptist cessationist. And they're both in my life at the same time. And if I did not have any sense of the presence of God, because I've been diligent and disciplined to a certain degree, I'd be up creek. And his presence is everything. Mm-hmm. It's the key to healing the brokenhearted. It's the key to having sustainable relationships. Okay, so that is a good thing. Now, let's move forward. Matthew 26:24. Watch and pray so that you will not fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Where was that said?
In Matthew 26.
I know that, but where?
When Peter went, I believe it was John fell asleep while Jesus was praying.
Yep, Gethsemane. Yep, that's right. And the flesh is weak, and it will tear you up. And I'm skipping page 3. And I'm going over to page 4. Now this is top of the page. It says we've talked about the tangible presence of God. We've talked about resources and methods to encounter Him. All right, let me review just a little bit. What are some resources and methods that you might have heard me say that you can use in your daily quiet times? What have I talked about?
YouTube, sermons and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And music.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or like
Yep.
my things in my Bible.
Yep. Absolutely.
There's
Absolutely.
all kinds, you can search plans whatever you want to.
Absolutely. Yes. And technology is awesome. Yep. Yep. Do you remember anybody remember the journaling part?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I found out that was old. And people have been doing that for hundreds of years. I didn't realize that. All right. So when something's not working, something else is. And so you use different resources. Because the idea is encounter. Has anybody checked into what the Elijah List is doing? You remember me telling you about the Elijah List? It's a series of prophetic words from prophets around the nation and around the world, Australia and other places. And every day there's a new article with these prophetic words on them.
It's like TV articles, that one.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you know about it and have been able to use it. Has anybody else had opportunity? Elijah List.
Elijah List. They found there's prophetic people, like different prophetic people. They have a list and they'll rotate different words, or they'll have a word. I don't know what determines who uses the word, why it gets put out, but usually somebody different every day. And usually a lot of times a couple of different words every day.
On that prayer, Jim, he gave a scripture this morning that I really enjoyed, and I feel like I'm going to be incorporating that into my prayer list.
Sweet.
Prayer life.
And you can have it on a page, or on a page.
Well, okay, so in the sermon this morning you're talking about, Gwen?
Yes, okay. I was going to say this. Okay. Yeah, it was powerful. Let me go home. Yeah. It says, I want to know Christ and experience the mighty power that raised him from the dead. I want to suffer with him. That's not the one. I want to know Christ and experience the mighty power that raised him from the dead. I want to suffer with him, sharing in his death, so that one way or another I will experience the resurrection from the dead.
Philippians something, wasn't it?
Philippians 3:10-11.
And that resonated with your heart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a closer relationship with Jesus.
That's right. Things are going to start jumping off the page. I call it resonating. And you'll read through it and it'll just pop off the page, or you'll hear it and you'll hear it more than once. It'll become almost a part of your life. You hear it so much. It's like a trigger word for an addict, but it's not a trigger word for an addict. It's a trigger word from the Lord. You're going to start hearing these. And again, why will you hear it? Because you're taking this little tuning fork and you are tuning your spirit to hear. You drill in so that the spontaneous, the supernatural, you become very sensitive to. This is how you do that. Now, y'all have heard me say that 1,000 times, and I'll keep saying it. But anyway, all right, the prayer guide. Now, this is old, probably 40 years old. That's hard to believe. And what it is, this guy took the Lord's Prayer and he divided it into sections and he used it as an outline. He said the Jews prayed this prayer, the early Christians prayed this prayer as it was, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, boom, boom, boom. And they also took it apart and they used it to guide their prayer. And the first part of it, we talked about